My name is Cameron Walton, and I'm a rising junior here at UNC Wilmington. I grew up in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I plan to major in business with a focus on marketing. I've had many role models growing up, but my grandmother has been the most influential person in my life and has molded me into the person I am today. A couple years ago, I noticed a trending topic on Twitter. It reported that groups of people have been predicting the world was set to end on May 21st, 2011. They were completely sure that this would take place. So that day, I waited around, waiting for something to happen. I watched my favorite movie, tweeted at my friends, spent some time with my family, and even decided, hey, no need to clean my room. Think about it. It's the end of the world. Is that really going to be on the top of my priority list? In some ways, I didn't think today would actually come, but here it is. Earlier that week, I was visiting my grandmother. She walked to me and tried to set me straight on this. She said, Cameron, you shouldn't listen to those predictions. They've been doing that for as long as I've been alive, and they have always been wrong. I'm happy the world hasn't ended yet, but it's interesting to think about all the strange messages that modern technology allows us to spread. I don't even understand how my grandmother wasn't fazed by the news. We are constantly bombarded by instant feeds and updates about the world. How does she believe none of this to be true? Think about what constantly surrounds us. Facebook, Twitter, Skype, iPads, iPhones. A rumor could be spread around the world and Facebook in less time it takes for me to finish the speech. I have to give my grandmother credit. Her prediction was right, even though technology and media outlets screamed otherwise. When I think about that moment I shared with her that day, I think about how different the world must have been for her when she was my age. She had many more responsibilities. If you were a female, you'd be taught to be a wife and to take care of children. In the 1950s, new things were being invented and created, such as the black and white television, and AM radios became more popular. In 1951, the first video tape recorder was made, and in 1958, the first computer modem was invented. In 1959, the two most important things of the decade came to life: the microchip and the Barbie doll. My grandmother had lived almost 8 decades. Many people have came and went. She has accomplished so much in her life, but it is her knowledge of life, meaning, and reason in which she prides herself on and has instilled in me. Remember when we were kids, when the internet forced us to go outside because it took an hour for the computer to dial up and turn on? Or what about when we had to fully utilize the library because we didn't have Google or Wikipedia? And in just 10 years, it seems like everything has evolved to a previously unimaginable level. I can load a page on the internet in the time it takes to blink an eye. I can hold 10,000 songs in the palm of my hand. Even though we progress technology, we still face some of the same day-to-day issues and tasks. We have disputes with our family, friends, co-workers, and professors. Sometimes we try and we fail. What my grandmother taught me was that life goes on. Every now and again, we won't get our way, and we point out that we'll be too stressed to go on. We won't be able to go on. But she knows that those issues aren't going to be the end of the world. Even though all of the technologies certainly help us to comfort these challenges we face, there are so many things that technology will never be able to replace: love, desire, and passion. My grandmother wanted me to know that. In the end, she told me that with advanced technology or without, we are still the same. We will face problems that seem to be new and unheard of, but I can prevail. The ways in which we will come to understand these truths, to explain to them, have evolved. In recognition of that, I've created the following rules to live by. Tweet other people the way you want to be tweeted. Be a Mac, Dell, or PC, but don't let anyone or anything hold you from being yourself. But in all seriousness, do not live your life in fear of judgment from others. Do not fear failure, and do not fear the future. Thank you.